Hello everyone and welcome to this Tuesday edition of the WMMA 5 series here on the channel. It's Pride FC in the year 2009 as it is Pride FC Worldwide 26, Imada versus Fredrickson for episode 122. As after week of vacation, we are back and we got back Monday night. So it was like either right when we get home instead of unpacking and getting like all squared away to 10 hours of driving, it's like, oh, I could just stay up and record, but I was tired. I needed to go to bed. But this episode here, episode 122, I'm super excited for because I think that's a hell of a main event. Toby Imada and Blake Fredrickson. That should be a really fun main event, and it's awesome to be back. It's itching to come back the whole way home. I was just like, man, I can't wait to get back home and record and get back into the usual schedule of things. As it's crazy. It's been a long time since I'm trying to think the last time I took like a week off, like not record like anything. Probably a long time. It was weird. It was weird. I missed it a lot, so it's nice to be back. As for this episode, of course, we'll go through the mail as always. It's only a couple of pieces of mail. We signed some guy from Ireland, Conor McGregor. We'll see how he does. As he'll probably be in rings to start off, although we got him in Pride to start off. We might change that. We might have him be in rings for a little bit. We'll see what we can do. Obviously, he's a featherweight, but he's going to be fighting a lightweight, which is not that big of a stretch, obviously, for him, but we'll see how he does. We extended Anthony Pettis. We signed Travis Wolfe, as Travis Wolfe is 15-5. He's been a part of the UFC. He's been in Pancrase. Right now, he's the 11th heavyweight in the world, which is pretty crazy. He just beat Juan Waterman, which is not really a huge get. As really, as far as like he's also like Tim Sylvia, Mike Russo, as far as Brandon Vera. Yeah, I mean not like a huge amount of wins for him. As far as like against like actual good talent, but it's nice to beef up the heavyweight division every now and again. So that'll be nice. And then we extended Dennis Hallman as well. As we'll save just in case something happened. I don't think anything should have happened, but just in case something happens. So yeah, main event, Toby Imada, Blake Fredrickson. Co-main event though, Pedro Hezo and Gottlieb Vistian. As Vistian, man, with a huge win in his debut, looking to bounce into a this would be a huge win for him because he could bounce into potentially like a top 5 spot if he beats Pedro Hezo here. Potentially there. We'll see how he does. And also too, you see Alistair Overeem and Alexander Emelianenko, the fight before that. That's a hell of a fight too. In the heavyweight division, Alexander Emelianenko has been a savage so far. We're giving him a really big test here, and we're giving Alistair Overeem a bit of a tomato can to crush for him because really he's had some tough fights. Past couple of fights he's had, he's fought some tough guys. We need to give him a nice little gimme fight and to kind of keep his confidence at a high level. But then we have a women's fight between Julia Perzakova taking on Valerie Lunarini as Valerie's at 125, so she's given up at least 20 pounds on Julia Perzakova, so that should be a tough fight for Valerie. As a middleweight fight, Francis Carmont, I believe making his Pride FC debut, taking on Alex Stiebling, which that's another good fight for Alex Stiebling to have. He's had some tough fights as well, so we'll give him a tough opportunity, plus a great challenge for Francis Carmont to prove himself. Then to kick off the show in a welterweight fight, Dong Yoon Kim and David Barron in our prelims. Tatsuya Kawajiri and Jorge Masvidal and Josh Koscheck and Paul Daly, a little wrestler versus striker in that one. That should be a fun little styles clash. Hopefully Paul Daly knocks out Josh Koscheck, but to keep out my bias out of that, as for this main event, you got Toby Imada's making his 4th main event, which is pretty crazy because I believe he has fought every time in the main event in his Pride FC career. They're both world ranked welterweights, first being Toby Imada, 10th being Blake Fredrickson. But everyone's have Toby Imada as a big favorite to win this one, which I get, but also too, Toby Imada, he's 3-1. He just lost to Josh Thompson by split decision. It looks like they were all main events because they're all for a title, which is pretty crazy. Obviously, winning the lightweight title on his debut, getting the win over Jens Pulver by an armbar in the first round. Went the distance with Joe Stevenson, went the distance with Dean Thomas, of course, lost by split decision, of course, back in May of last year to Josh Thompson. We'll love to run that back, potentially, there. We'll see how that goes as far as depending on what happens here with this fight with Blake Fredrickson, because Blake Fredrickson, this is a big get for him. He's 2-0. He just beat Josh Neer, and he's beaten Gleison Tebow in the past, which, sure, is that, like, big guys to be facing after, taking on, about to take on someone like Toby Imada? Probably not. Probably not there. But Gleison Tebow is a problem in his own way, and even though he's ranked pretty high, he is a bit of a tough opponent for anyone, and someone that he's lost to in the past back at King of the Cage. But we'll see how that goes, though. I'm excited to see what Blake Fredrickson can do against him. And, yeah, I mean, we'll see how that main event goes. It's Pedro the Rock Hizzo taking on Golly Avistian, as Avistian submitted 4 of his last 5 opponents. Both are world-ranked super heavyweights. Avistian 8th, Hizzo 13. Avistian is, of course, part of Team Avistian, as he has an overall record, has an overall record of 0-2 against other members of the Team Avistian team. Hizzo does have the reach advantage, and he's got all the Blurcast stat picks advantage, but I'm not counting out Avistian. I mean, Avistian, shockingly, I did not think it was going to be Simi Shalette, but he had a great fight with Shalette, and got the win by rear naked choke. You see there, he's got some guillotines, he's got some rear naked chokes. If he's got your back, you're pretty much fucked as far as that goes. It's crazy. He's beaten like guys like Takashi Sugiura like twice. He's beaten Sean O'Hare. He hasn't really faced like some of the top guys as far as in the world, but he's lost like Savachka, Randy Couture, Morin Nato, and we'll see how it goes though with Avistian here against Pedro Izzo. Pedro Izzo, 6-6 right at 500. Just beat Fedor, and he beat Heath Herring by guillotine. I want to say Heath Herring went for a double leg, and he hooked in the guillotine and got him in 48 seconds in the first round. But he's lost to Sergey twice. He's lost to Tim Sylvia. He's lost to Sergey. He's lost to Shalette. He's lost to Igor Arlovsky, and lost to Kevin Randleman in UFC, which that was UFC 25. He went the distance with him. Got pretty much dominated. Looks like 50-45s and 49-46s. But, yeah, this is a great fight for both guys, I think. That should be a fun fight there. As then our next heavyweight fight, Alistair the Demolition Man, Overeem Emelianenko has won 3 of his last 5 fights by knockout. Both are world-ranked super heavyweights, 12 for Overeem, 18th for Emelianenko, as Emelianenko trains at Team Avistian, which Overeem also has an overall record of 0-2 against other members of that team. First time they have fought. Emelianenko's going to have a significant weight advantage, but of course, Overeem's going to be the huge margin favorite to win this one. This is a huge step for Emelianenko. He's 6-1, 10-3 as a whole. As far as he just beat Kudrich and Mark Kerr by knockout, all have been first-round knockouts. The past 3 knockouts have been in the first round. This should be an exciting fight. It's crazy to think he debuted against Gabriel Gonzaga, which that's a tough fight to have to start off with, but he's had good to great fights with everybody but Roy Nelson. And as far as in Pride FC, excited to see what he could do. Obviously, Overeem is looking to get a huge win. He's 10-7 as a whole. He's lost 3 straight. He's lost 4 of his last 5 of course, Sergey twice, Rothwell, and Josh Rhino, which they're tough guys. He's not fought anybody outside the top 10, so to get somebody like, as far as in the past 5 fights, it'd be nice for him to get somebody like that outside the top 10 for him to beat and kind of get his confidence back up. We got Julia Berzakova, Valerie Trouble Dorino, as Valerie's finished 4 of the last 5 opponents, 2 of the best pound-for-pound fighters in the world. That's 23rd and 25th for Julia Berzakova and Valerie. As that's pretty cool. It's Julia Berzakova finished 3 of our last 5 opponents. First time they fought, this is Valerie's debut in Pride FC. Julia Berzakova has the slight advantage, 5-2 on the Blurcast stat picks. Julia Berzakova figured she would get the win in her debut, honestly, against Molus Konen, but she lost by rear naked choke in the first round at Girl Power. Looking to get her first win in Pride FC, and of course, Valerie looking to get her another win here, and making it 6-0, and looking to get a huge debut win. But I mean, she's beaten Sofia Bagadari, she's beaten Jennifer Tate, Jan Vinny. She's beaten some girls that you'll probably see in the Pride FC roster. Obviously, we've seen Sofia Bagadari in the past here, and she's a flyweight, so kind of obviously giving up at least 20 pounds on her, which I think that would definitely give Julia a bit of an advantage. We'll see what happens though, as Francis Limitless Corman taking on the Brazilian killer Alex Stiebling, as of course Francis Corman making his long-awaited Pride FC debut. We signed him back in, I want to say it was 2008. Yeah, it was like after basically the summer of 08. So waited a long time for his debut after he lost his last fight in Elite XC. I believe we signed him after the Dean Lister fight, but he had to make his contractual obligations to fight in Elite XC here, his last fight, which he lost. But he's someone you see there since 06, February of 06. he has had a good to great to fantastic fight the entire time, which that's a great sign. He's beaten Jorge Rivera before, Jason McDonald, Dennis King, Jason Day, Josh Rafferty, Dean Lister. He's beaten some guys that we've signed that have been in like rings, and Dean Lister's been a part of the Private C roster, so we'll see what he can do. Obviously, Alex Steamling though is a problem, and he's someone that 4-7 though. He's lost the last 3 straight fights. This is someone that's outside the top 20 for him, because Leopoldo Cerro, even though when they fought he was ranked 19th, that's a tough guy to fight. Leopoldo Cerro is a savage. He's fought like Vanderlei in the past. He debuted at Final Conflict 2003 after being 15-0-1. It's crazy to think he's lost now. He's lost 7 times in Pride FC. But he's beaten Chuck Liddell in the past. He's beaten Scott Smith, Nate Marcotte. Like, he's fought some tough guys in the middleweight division. And you could see, he's fought 4 middleweight champions in Anderson Silva, Chuck Liddell, Murillo, and Vanderlei Silva. And also Frank Schermark. I forgot about Frank Schermark's run, which is 5. I want to say Frank Schermark was the middleweight champion at one point. Now I'm second-guessing myself. 4 to 5, potentially, 5 middleweight champions. It's pretty crazy. So it's nice to get him a win here. Potentially, unless Francis Carmon shocks the world. We'll see there. As Dong Kyun Kim taking on David Barron. David Barron, he's on his basically last leg. We signed him kind of on a whim, and he's been pretty much terrible as far as so far. Lost to Dan Hardy, which Dan Hardy's been a savage so far. And Carlos Newton, which that was a bit of a gimme fight for Carlos Newton. When we signed him, it's kind of crazy to think he was on not really the best of runs at that point, because he had lost at that point 3 of the last 4, even though at one point he was 12-0. Once he started fighting some like tough guys, like he beat Elijah Harshberg in the past, but really as far as now he's getting some tough guys, it's definitely been a problem for him. He's 36. If Dong Kyun Kim beats him here, which he probably will, he's got a 7-inch reach advantage. I don't see how he's going to lose those. It was 5-1 to Dong Kyun Kim's a savage. He lost to Jake Ellenberg, though, as far as back in May. But we'll see how this fight goes. This could be David Barron's last fight in the Pride FC. We'll just have to wait and see how that goes. Maybe he'll shock the world and get a win here. Then our prelims, the Crusher, Tetsuya Kawajiri, taking on Jorge Gamebred Masvidal. Masvidal has a 5-inch reach advantage. He's got all the Black Hat stat picks. We've been waiting for Masvidal to hit that next level. Right now he's 2-3 in Pride FC. He's 8-4. After beating Katsuya Inoue in his debut, he lost to Danzig, then he lost to Shinyoki, then Daisuke Nakamura, which was pretty shocking. I thought for sure he was going to beat Daisuke Nakamura, but he lost to that one, and at least he got a win over Yohei Suzuki, which is, again, a fight he definitely should have won. So, good thing for him there, but I wouldn't count out Tetsuya Kawajiri. I mean, Tetsuya Kawajiri, 11-6-1, 3-4 in Pride FC, which is not great, but he's beaten some guys, Shinyoki in the past. He's beaten Melvin Gillard, Alberto Grain. He had the draw with Joe Hurley. He's fought some tough guys. Gilbert Melendez, Kenny Florian, Carl Uno, lost to Nate Diaz, of course, in the last fight back in June of 2008. Crazy to think he had quite a 2007. He fought 4 times in 2007. So it's nice to see him get a break and looking to get a big win to start off his 2009 run. And Josh Koscheck taking on Paul Centex Daly. Josh Koscheck has not won since December of 2006. And he's 7-5, 0-3 as a whole, obviously. If he loses this one, he'll definitely be out of Pride FC, and he'll be in the rings. Paul Daly, this is, a perfect matchup for him, potentially. As far as if he's able to tag Josh before he gets the takedown, Paul's going to be in a great spot to land a huge knockdown, or even knockout, and finish the fight. But obviously, Josh Koscheck, we're giving him a bit of a bone here at the same time. We're giving him a bit of a life preserver, throwing him out there into the deep water just to see, like, hey, you got a chance to survive this. You got a striker. You got someone who's not really that great at stopping takedowns. Maybe you get a win here. So we'll see what happens. And to kick off the prelim, it's Paul Simtex Daly and Josh Koscheck. I'm hoping for a Daly knockout, but I mean, he is the favorite going into this, which is no surprise. Wrestler versus kickboxer, 7-5, 4-3, Nottingham, England, Fresno, California for Josh Koscheck. As we'll start this one off. Mario Yamasaki's the referee. Ringside judges. Round 1 begins. Josh deliberately doesn't touch gloves to start off as he lands the left hand and hits him with the right hand. There's a nice jab and a big right hand from Daly. And there's a beautiful straight right after he can't connect with the sub strikes. He's wary, but he's still got his wits about him. He's just kind of circling, looking for his chance to open up here. As again, he gets caught with a crunching right hook this time. Josh Koscheck, I mean, he's getting tagged with a lot of big bombs, but he's still talking some trash. Then there's a vicious right cross that knocks him down. And now looking to finish him off here is massive right hands after massive right hands. Mario Saki's going to step in and stop the fight. That's what you get, Josh Koscheck talking all that shit. Couldn't even land a strike as he was too afraid to come in to Paul Daly. And he just got destroyed that entire fight. Great win for Paul Daly. And Josh will be sent down the rings. As Paul Daly thanks everyone connected to Team Roughhouse. Oh, thanks everyone connected to Team Roughhouse, rather. Is helping him prepare for the fight. Sponsors supporting him financially. He's asked if he'd be interested in fighting next. He answers he still wants to fight Dong Kim Kim. So he's not going anywhere. He'll keep asking for it until he faces him or he quits. So we'll have to set that fight up as Jorge Game Bread Mouse without taking on the Crusher, Tetsuya Kawajiri. So our last prelim fight, 11-6-1, 8-4. Street fighting background for Masvidal, of course. Kickboxing, wrestling for Tetsuya Kawajiri. Jorge Masvidal is still 24 years old, still super young. As part of American Jiu-Jitsu Academy. Brestia for Tetsuya Kawajiri. Plus 260, minus 330 for Masvidal. You want the Cow as a referee, ringside judges, as Tetsuya Kawajiri, unsurprisingly, gets a loud ovation for the crowd. As here we go. There's a deliberately not touching gloves for Masvidal now. Steps in looking to unleash. There's a left jab while backing away. There's a right hook to the body, but Kawajiri avoids it. As it throws some strikes and some fast leg kicks, but Kawajiri equals all of them and also catches the last kick. Look for the takedown. Pulls his leg free, though, as Masvidal. And Kawajiri gets the single leg, though. How about that? Some minor strikes now. I'm telling you can't count out Tetsuya Kawajiri. He's a savage in there. As both fighters are now on their feet, wrapped up in a clinch, though. Masvidal trying for a Muay Thai clinch. And there's a vicious knee to the face, though. Masvidal looking to finish this fight here. And there's another vicious knee. I cannot believe he's not went down after these vicious knees to the face. As Kawajiri dodging the right hand, counterattacks the left hook to the body now. Moves in, looking to open him up now. There's two weak flicked left hand jabs. There's a quick punch as a land though. Closes in on Kawajiri, looking to unleash some strikes. Punch from Masvidal fails to land. Kawajiri tries to shoot in. Another single leg. Throws a few right hands, takes him a plan ahead, and trying to push him away, but can't. Throws a few strikes without venom though. Fires with punches, but Masvidal doesn't take any undue damage. Trying to get an underhook here. Tries to use a basis to stand up, but Kawajiri quickly shuts that down. And again, looking for that, and he's got it this time. He gets the underhook, stands him back up, so they end up standing in a tight clinch. He's trying to smother him now, looking to gain the upper hand here. As trying to push him against the ropes, he does so. Looking for a double leg now off the ropes. He's got it. It's his third takedown. Tries to get another double underhook, but it's not happening. Fires off some punches. Again, Masvidal gets back up using the underhook to stand back up. Couple of short strikes to the side of the head now. And, yeah, that will be the end of the first round. So, Masvidal, I mean, he had the big knees. Other than that, pretty much got dominated the entire round. That's an interesting one to judge here, because are you going to judge someone who basically 90%, maybe 95% control of the round, landed a lot of takedowns, landed some strikes from the bottom, or from the ground, and was on top for a lot of the round, but Masvidal's two knees, I mean, he did a lot of damage. I think he did more damage. So, are you someone that's going to judge this fight off damage, or are you going to judge this fight off of someone who controlled the entire round? Interesting. Interesting philosophy there, depending on how you judge that one, how you rated that round. So round two begins. Kawajiri's looking to start off where he left off with a takedown, but he doesn't get it. So Masvidal's hopping on one leg, now looking to drive him up against the ropes. He still fights it off, and he pulls his leg free. He's got it, though. He is fucking resilient, is Tetsuya Kawajiri, these takedown attempts. He gets pushed over him now, as now he's standing over Masvidal, looking for an up kick. As Kawajiri comes in, looking for another takedown. Gets a hold of a leg, though. Remains standing. As second half of the round now, they meet in the center. Counters a right hand with a left jab and a low kick that doesn't connect. And that, again, Kawajiri looking for the takedown. Masvidal with a left hand and a straight right. He's still standing and trading strikes there. Neither fighter can land a significant strike now. So right hook's blocked from Kawajiri. Masvidal's trying for a kick to the body. That's not happening. Those 60 seconds. Kawajiri again looking for a takedown. Not happening though. Pushes him down. And now Kawajiri's aren't pushing him up against the ropes rather. As Kawajiri's got still control, looking for a takedown. He's finally got it. And he's got some more right hands to end up the round. That's a tough round. Tough round for Masvidal. Yeah, I mean, if you graded the round, the first round, off of control, Kawajiri's got this 2-0. If you went damage, though, it is split going into this. Obviously, though, in Pride FC, the entire fight is kind of the basis of it, as far as how you grade your, how you judge the fight. So, well, we'll see what happens in the third. Kawajiri looking for that takedown. Can't get him down. Trying for his foot stomp. Masvidal sees the chance to create some space and break free. Masvidal starting to slow down. Yeah, I mean, he's getting blown up with all these, takedown attempts. There's a nice straight right hand, though, that lands hard. As there is a dodging the right hand. There's a counter attack with a left jab and a wicked right uppercut. And he knocks him down. That's a huge knockdown here. Looking to finish him off here with stomps and kicks, but he's too slow. Kawajiri's back up. There's a slipping past the right hook attempt. And then attacks with a brace of jabs, followed by a left kick to the ribcage from Kawajiri. Now Kawajiri's starting to slow down, looking for the takedown. Can't quite get it. Looking for a single leg. Still can't get it. Still keeps calm, though, and it manages to pull Kawajiri back into a clinch, preventing the takedown. For a double leg now. Still can't get him. Sharp right to the ear now. Prevents the knee strike. Using wrestling there. Another knee strike to the ribs. Hard foot stomp from Masvidal. There's a knee strike inside his own knee. Hard foot stomp. As Ivan Takawa is going to break him up with like 20 seconds left. As Kawajiri hits the jab and misses the right hand. And there's a nice roundhouse kick from Masvidal to end out the fight. This is an interesting one because someone's going to get robbed. Because Masvidal got the knockdown in the third and did a lot of damage in the first. However, Tetsuya Kawajiri had a lot of takedowns in the first and second. I would give... I'd like to see how the judges are going to rate this one. I'm going to hold off and see what they think. So they're going to give it a unanimous decision for Tetsuya Kawajiri. That's a tough break. That's a tough one. Because you're looking at the fight metrics. 5 for 14. He landed a lot of shots and all that. But I would have gave that one to Masvidal, if I'm being honest. He had the knockdown. He did a lot of damage. I think damage is more than, as far as control. But that's just me. That's a tough loss for Masvidal. That's a tough loss. Great win, though, for Tetsuya Kawajiri. He's a tough guy. Tough cookie to crack for those young lightweights. As Tetsuya Kawajiri thanks everyone at Barista for having prepared for the fight. The sponsor pointing financially says he has a lot of respect for Roy Masvidal and praises his skill and toughness. It's on to the main card now. Dong Yoon Kim taking on David Barron, 5-1, 13-5. Minus 240 for Stung-Gun Hyun Kim from Seoul, South Korea. As we'll see what happens. He's got the reach advantage. He's got the height advantage, of course. Both judo guys. So this could be a pretty good fight, though. We'll see what happens. Mario Masaki's referee, ringside judges. Here we go. Get up close, clinches with him. Does Dong Yoon Kim. Looking for a judo throw. Barron defends that. Kim looking for it again. Another stop. Barron now looks for it, and he's got it. It's a great excellent outside leg trip. And he's left on his back now. Barron not looking to pass guard. He keeps him there, though. Trying to sweep from the bottom. That's not happening. Trying to get some elbow strikes, but Kim isn't troubled by the strikes. Barron's trying to get past him. He gets past him, but he only stops him at half guard. As Barron unloads some right hands now, trying to transition to full guard, but he can't quite do that. This is Kim from the bottom. So Barron looking to just kind of keep control here, if it was me, as he blocks it to move from half guard to full guard again, and finally Mario Yamasaki's going to stand him back up, thankfully. Looked like we were about to see a shot from Barron, but Kim steps in fast and clinches with him. Looking for a judo throw. Again, that's not happening. Finally, Kim's got it, as he sees Barron get thrown to the mat, and he's left in half guard. As he finally gets the judo throw. But Barron bursts into life and tries to scramble for a better position, but he's too slow and gets caught in side control. 3 right hands now, trying to cover up, as he blocks an attempt to pull guard, trying to pound away with some strikes. Looks like we're just going to see a stalemate once they get to the ground. Because kind of both guys are kind of evenly matched on the ground. So that should be very not exciting, as, very close, though, if you kind of look at it from the fight metrics, but I would give the edge to Dong Yoon Kim. Alright, round 2, as moving in fast, Kim wrestles his way into down position to clinch. Kim's got him looking for a judo-based throw, can't get him down, looking for it again, can't get him down again. As a break, and circling again, and looking like Barron's about to shoot in, but Kim steps in fast and clinching with him again. He's got the takedown, it's a great hip throw, and now he's pounding away, but Barron deals with him comfortably. Kim's going to win this round, looks like. There's several clean shots now. Slowing things down now. About a minute left. Pounds away with some right hands, not doing much damage, just kind of laying and praying. Yeah, that's the second round. Third round, Dong Yoon Kim, this is his round to lose, and his fight to lose, really. I think he's up 2-0. We'll see what happens. Seeing his opponent about to shoot in, Kim timed it well, moved in to start the clinch. Kim looks for the judo throw into excellent outside leg trip. He's got side control off of that. Don't think anything's going to happen off that side control, but who knows? Looking for an arm triangle. There we go. At least something there. Trying to finish the fight in the third. I like it. Some big right hands covering up well. A minute left, and Barron's time in the Pride FC has come to an end, as that will be an decision win for Dong-Yoon Kim. 6-1 for Dong-Yoon Kim. That's a great win, and David Barron will be sent down the rings. A couple guys leaving Pride FC after this one. As Dong-Yoon Kim gives a name check there, and Roots all of his responsible, all of his friends, famous supporters. Dong-Yoon Kim gives a show of respect to his opponent there. As our next one, Francis Limitless Carmont looking to make his Pride FC debut in a big way against the Brazilian killer Alex Stiebling, which Alex Stiebling, a minus 660 favorite. Both wrestling Muay Thai backgrounds. Lions Den TriStar Gym for Francis Carmont. Paris, France. Indianapolis, Indiana for Alex Stiebling. We'll see if another Frenchman will be losing tonight, or will he get a big win here in his debut? Yamasaki's staying out there. Ringside judges, opening bell now. Canada's sub left jab, then it's a nice straight right hand coming in close now. Stiebling looks like he's about to angle for a grapple, but couldn't take the initiative. A jab, it's home from Carmont, then hits Stiebling with a straight right. As wow, there's a gash above the eye, Stiebling. Two fighters stand and trade strikes in the center of the ring now. Carmont aggressively gets a down position in the clinch, trying to muscle up against the ropes. Not happening though. Stiebling now looking to muscle up against the ropes. As now got him trapped against the ropes, looking for a takedown. He's got it. Some minor strikes now, trying to get past his guard. Scramble begins now. Stiebling ends up on top of a north-south position Carmont, as now trying to moving to side control in one fluid motion now. Oh, tries to sweep, but he gives up his back. That's not good. Looking for the rear naked choke. Can't get him off him. Now looking to get his hook. Well, now his couple extend. That's all she wrote there for the rear naked choke. Yeah, I mean, Francis Carmont, he did good standing up, but once he gave up his back, that was all she wrote. As a good effort for Francis Carmont. He caught him up. But, he was outclassed for sure. So that will be 11-4 for Francis Carmont, and 27-1 for Alex Stiebling, as he thanks everyone connected to the Lions Den for helping him prepare for the fight. His sponsor supporting him financially. He asked to be interested in fighting next. He replies, has a lot of respect for the skills of Fabio Maldonado, and thinks that'd be a great fight. Yeah, that would be a pretty great fight, as our women's fight for tonight's card, Julia Brzykova, Valerie Treble, Renew, as 7-2, 5-0, Montreal, Quebec, Canada. Moscow, Russia for Julia Brzykova, 5'5", 145, 5'7", 125, both 25 years old. Sambo background, kickboxing background, minus 110, plus 100. As that's this is going to be a tough fight, though, I think, for both girls here. Should be exciting, as Mario Yamasaki's going to stay out there again. Third fight in a row for him, as we are underway. They touch gloves. Can't connect the step strikes and catches Brzykova with a right hook, Valerie, as Julia gets hit with a straight left and then hits her with a straight right. My God, a jab and a nice straight hand. I mean, this is crazy. Brzykova looking to shoot. That's not happening. Can't keep her down, so just pushing her against the ropes. So Brzykova looking to go down low, grab both legs. She does so. Looking to pass. Can't quite get it. Has to lean back to avoid a couple of wide swings from Valerie from the bottom. Man, I mean, she's passing the half guard now. Keeps her getting a few quick strikes. Trying to get some separation, looking for the scramble. And that's a bad idea. She gives up the perfect opportunity for Brzykova to get side control now. Looking for an Americana. That would have been cool. Doesn't happen now. Looking for an armbar now. As Brzykova maybe just out there's a Kimura. She's really going through all the submission attempts here. Looking for the Kimura again. Not happening, but I respect that this woman keeps on trying to finish this fight in the first. They stand her back up. Brzykova looking for a takedown, and we're going right back to where we were. Trying to pass card. She passes. Tries to pound on Valerie, but all the blows are completely dealt with. Pounds away, but Valerie's in trouble with the strikes, and that's the end of the first round. Great round there from Julia Brzykova. Yeah, I mean, just Valerie did a good job standing, but once she got to the ground, it was over. Obviously, a kickboxing background, she's in no position to do anything on the ground. So Valerie looking to confidently get in closer here, throw some strikes. There's two quick punches, doesn't hit either of them though, and that's going to be a perfect opportunity for Brzykova to come in and try to get some initiation going. As two-punch combination from Valerie, but Brzykova avoids both of them. Looking for the takedowns, a single leg, she's got it. A couple of short, sharp punches to the side of the face here. Tries to get caught. Tries to catch Brzykova with a punch, but it's off target. Trying to pass, but it's only a half guard. Couple of small strikes again, as trying to get some separation to scramble. Bad choice though again, as you think she would have learned from the first round. Looking for Kimura off the side control, not happening. Minute left, trying to get the mount, and the scramble begins, because Valerie is ready for it. Berzikova's up first, it quickly grabs Valerie, so she too stands up, getting back control. Looking to just wrestle down to the ground. She tries to block it, but it's not happening. After a short struggle, got her up in a waistlock position. Couple of right hands in, not the second. Yeah, I mean, Julia Berzikova, she's been dominant so far. Obviously, the Sambo background gives her a bit of a grappling advantage. And I think an advantage on the ground, too. So, really, just Valerie, her only chance to knock her out here in the third. But Berzikova right out of the gate, looking for the takedown. That gets partially defended. There's a hard stomp now. Now she escapes. That's a good job there, as Valerie, rather, is given the first inch. She's starting to tire a touch. As there's a left hand, that right cross that lands hard. As she's setting up to shoot, but again, Valerie is not backing down. As there's a left hand, but misses the big right hand. There's a jab and a straight right that lands hard. There's a nice jab and a vicious right cross. Halfway point in the round, Berzikova wanting to get out of that. She's like, let me take her back down. As there's some elbows now. Yeah, trying to pass now, trying to scramble now. As Berzikova grabs her again, tries her up against the ropes, rather. There's a sharp stomp up against the ropes. Trying to go for another takedown. Unsuccessful, though. Still stuck against the ropes. 40 seconds left. She's got this takedown. Got side control, too. What a great fight this has been for Julia Berzikova. Tremendous fight so far, I would say. She's going to get the win by unanimous decision. Yeah, I mean, it just, Valerie had a tough fight there. Tough fight for her. Just styles really didn't clash for her. But all around, I think that was a hell of a fight for Julia Berzikova. And, I think Valerie got a couple of big shots in, but just not enough, really, to really do a whole lot of damage, really. As Alexander Emelianenko and Alistair the Demolition Man Overeem. I'm expecting this one to not go the distance. So you got some heavy, heavy hands in this one as St. Petersburg, Russia. Netherlands from Alistair Overeem, 6'4", 6'5", 255, 240. A couple of big motherfuckers getting in there, but you see Alistair Overeem, a minus 1,000 favorite. Crazy. As we're really giving him a bone, but I think Alexander Emelianenko's a little better than a plus 800 underdog. But that's just me. We'll see what happens. See, Mario Yamasaki staying out there again. Jesus Christ, we got any other referees for this one? So ringside judges, we're underway there as Overeem, rather obviously, ignores the offer to touch gloves. They stand and trade leather, but neither fighter can really land anything damaging. A feints left wide open for Emelianenko there, bought entirely by him, as he slips past the right hook, and there's a quick jab and a good right hand. As they meet in the center, start to strike. Two fighters strike without success. There's a leg kick, but gets checked. Right hook that misses. Nothing really. Oh, well, as I say that, here comes a counter of a beautiful straight right hand that lands hard from Overeem as he gets rocked, gets knocked down, looking to finish him off with stomps and soccer kicks, but that's not happening. Can't finish him. Takes a leg kick now, looking and trying to secure ground position as Overeem's too quick and he can't stop him from getting side control. As we'll see what Overeem can do here on the ground. Look at our Von Flue choke. Holy shit. Did not think that was going to be the finish of this one, but that gets stopped. Look at our Darsh choke now. This is crazy. As moving to side control the mount, it gives up his back instead. Looking for the rear naked choke. That's not happening. He's going to have to get a body triangle or both hooks in. He's doing a great job surviving. There's several good shots. Oh, could still get finished from the bottom. Yep, and now he's got both hooks in. This is not good. We're looking for the rear naked choke. Wild stops after being applied. Minute 30. Can he survive here? Now a minute. Looking for the rear naked choke. Still defending it. Wow, he's standing back up. What a terrible idea for Mario Yamasaki to stand up at the end of the round. What a goof. As a second round, though. Obviously, Overeem won that one, but man. Shout out Alexander Emelianenko. He survived. Survived into the second. Exchange of strikes happens right in the center of the ring. Nothing happens, though. They stand and trade. As Overeem slipping past the hook attempt and attacks with a sequence of quick jabs that are followed by a right hook that's dodged. Emelianenko starting to slow down a touch. Both fighters step in now. Scores the jab and a right hook that's blocked. There's a nice right hook. Exchange of strikes happens right in the center of the ring, but neither fighter can land anything good. They exchange some strikes now. Emelianenko lands a left hook. As Overeem hits the left jab, it does connect to the right roundhouse kick to the body now. Halfway point. A few gulps of breath now. Overeem starting to give the first hit. He's starting to tire out. Exchange of strikes happens. Doesn't lead to anything. Emelianenko gets stoppered into a fiend again. as he counters with a hesitant body shot with a quick left, or counters a hesitant body shot rather with a quick left jab and a right hook that's avoided in the last possible second. As there's a scoring with a jab but misses the right hook to the ribs of Emelianenko. There's a clean right hand from Overeem. As Overeem dodges the right hand and counterattacks with a brace of jabs are followed by a body kick that fails to land. Another clean right hand after counterattacking here from Overeem. When he's backed up against the ropes, he is dazed here. He is unsteady. Overeem looking to finish off with a huge right hook, but Emelianenko counters by, doesn't counter, just gets out of the way, rather. Regains his composure in here. Again, counterattacks with a good right hand. Yeah, he's getting outstruck for sure. I mean, to shout out to Alexander Emelianenko, though, he survived until at least the third round. He has survived 15 minutes of offense from Alistair Overeem, and he has not... I mean, he's only been knocked down one time, which is crazy to think. They stand trade blows, nothing really happens. As Emelianenko misses the right cross, here comes the counter, which Overeem attacks with a right head kick that did some big damage. Looking to get a Muay Thai clinch now. He's got him now. And there's a big knee to the face and knocks him out cold. Alistair Overeem really showing a masterclass, but really surprised he didn't finish him in the first. Shout out Alexander Emelianenko. I mean, that's a tough fight for sure. And he was in there with a warrior, and he almost came out I mean, that's crazy. Absolutely crazy that he survived that long. Praise his team, Golden Glory, as Alistair Overeem, very responsive. All fans came out to support him, as Alistair Overeem moves in confidence, as he has the ability to knock out anyone, and brags about putting Alexander Emelianenko out. I would not be very confident about that when you're a minus 1,000 favorite, and it took the third round to finish him. It's a co-main event. Pedro the Rock Hizzo taking on Galiavistian, Moscow, Russia, Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, 16-7, 34-8-1. No contest. Muay Thai background for Pedro Hizzo. Sambo background for the Team Vistian owner, Galiavistian. Plus 270 for the underdog here in the Vistian. I would not count out the Vistian, though. I really would not. I was very surprised at what he did with Sim Shalat. Obviously, Shalat, a kickboxer, high-level kickboxer, but still a kickboxer nonetheless. But Pedro Hizzo at least has some background on the ground. But I don't think it's a minus 340 favorite. I really think it's a lot closer than that. We'll see. Hizzo is our referee. Round one begins. Tentative jab from Vistian lands. There's a nice jab and a right hand from Hizzo. As he misses the big right hand, here comes a counter from Hizzo with a nice left hand. Stepping forward, looking to strike. He's into the pocket. There's a nice jab and a right cross. There's a counter jab. Steps and lands a left jab and avoids a low kick to set up. Forces exchange strikes. Tries to hit a jab. There's a left jab. It doesn't hit the leg kick that follows up. Looking for the takedown now. He's got it. I'm telling you, man. Oh, but look for the guillotine now. Hold on here. And he got caught in the fucking guillotine. Man, Avistian, you fuck. That was going to be easy money. It's a great guillotine, though, from Pedro Hizzo. Man, I was going to talk all that shit. It's like, man, I told you. Don't count him out, but he got caught. Got caught with a guillotine. Had his neck out off the takedown. Pedro Hizzo. That's a great win there. As he thanks everyone connected to Who's Valley $2 being prepared for the fight, a sponsor supporting him financially. Looking to replay the finish. This was part of his game plan. He's waiting for the right opportunity to apply it. As our main event, Toby Imada, Blake Fredrickson, minus 410, plus 320. White Rock, British Columbia, Los Angeles, California for Toby Imada, 5'9", 161, 5'10", 161, 24-8, 16-5, a Muay Thai Jiu-Jitsu background, Judo background course for Toby Imada, AMC Pankerton, Greg Jackson's mixed martial arts for Blake Fredrickson, and I think it's going to be a good fight, though. We'll see what happens. And Mario Yamasaki got his couple minutes of break to come back here for the main event. Ringside judges, fight begins, they touch gloves. Fredrickson looking confident, shortening the range here. There's a jab, but Imada evades the big punch coming in as he misses all the strikes and coming in with a spin kick. And he also missed again here. Imada moves in fast, looks for the trip. Fredrickson takes control of the grapple. He's got the takedown now. Look at this, got side control. Looking for a Kimura. Oh my god, imagine if you got him with a Kimura in 2 minutes. Jesus Christ, as Fredrickson fires off some punches now. If he stays in control here, he's got a great chance of winning this round. Well, here comes the scramble. He gets caught. That was too slow. Gets side control now. Again, is trying to move the guard, but Fredrickson doesn't allow it. My God, fires off some punches now. Small strikes again. There's Mario Yamasaki's going to stand him up for 3 minutes. Imada moving in and out of range, looking to tempt Blake into a reckless strike. There's a punch, but Imada was equal to it. Imada looking for the clinch. He's looking for the takedown. But again, Fredrickson doing a great job of stopping that and takes control. Looking for the takedown again. Doesn't happen. Second time, though, is where it's at. And he gets the takedown as Imada's on his back. And he has lost this first round. This is insane. Oh, but Imada on the bottom. Look for the armbar. That would have been crazy. As Blake Fredrickson looking to now not get caught. You want to survive this round. Imada looking for the arm again. My God, if he would have finished him with 5 seconds left in the first, that would have been crazy. What a round for Blake Fredrickson. He won that one, for sure. We'll see what happens in the second. Again, missing with all his strikes. Looking for a clinch. He's got it. Looking for the takedown. Does not have that, though. Fredrickson is a hell of a job of maintaining a good solid base this entire time. As they break away now. Fredrickson hits a left jab and scores the right cross that lands hard. That might have broken Imada's nose now. This is crazy. Looking for the head kick that fails to land. Imada seizing that chance and clinches with him. Oh, he's finally got that takedown. He's got him on his back. Looking to get past it, but it's a scramble now. Fredrickson's still on his back, though. As there's some right hands from Imada. Passes half guard. Ready for the scramble. As Imada's on his back. Pulling half guard, he lost out in the scramble. Fights off an attempt, and they wind up scrambling for position again. Imada turtle up, and Fredrickson's behind him. What a crazy second round. As he still lands some shots. I mean, I think Fredrickson won that one, too. That's crazy. Man, oh man, what a round for Blake Fredrickson. This has been a hell of a fight. Imada's going to have to finish him, I think. I think he's losing this fight going into this last round. And I don't think it'll be enough for him to really sway the... I mean, unless he is completely dominant in this 5-minute round. But I just don't think it's going to happen. I think Blake Fredrickson's going to pull off a huge upset here. As there's 3 punches here. Imada defends all of them. Seizing that chance, looks for the trip. Doesn't happen, though. Fredrickson now looking for the takedown. That's not happening. Fredrickson looking for it again. A bit of a stalemate now. Both guys are tick for tat. Better than the... there's really no clear favorite now in this third. As far as both guys have the same ideas. There's a left jab and hits Imada with a straight right as well. Imada clinching with him, looking for a sweep. He's got it. That's a huge takedown for Toby Imada. But there's a scramble already, and he comes out on top of it. Are you serious? A scramble again. Fredrickson ends up shoving him up against the ropes. Some dirty boxing now. Pressed against the ropes, some small punches to the ribs. Trying to get some dirty boxing going. And now they wrestle back into the center. Fez landing strikes with a combination thing with a slithering low kick, and that's the end of the fight. Man, oh man, this will be an interesting round to decide here, because that was pretty close, but Fredrickson did a great job to try to do a lot of things at the end, but I don't think it was enough. We'll see what the judges think. Oh yeah, the right decision for sure. Unanimous decision win. What an upset for Blake Fredrickson. Making that 3-0 now, and I think he should get a top fight, to be honest. I think he should either get Stevenson or even Josh Thompson. Either way, because Josh Thompson is a good fight for him to have. I just, that's crazy. That someone who's beaten top 5 guys, top 3 guys, if we're being honest. You know, Jens Pulver, and has had nothing but title fights this entire run in Pride FC. Coming off a split decision loss to Josh Thompson, gets pretty much handed a unanimous decision loss to Blake Fredrickson, because I don't think he really won. I mean, looking at the fight metrics, it's clear that Blake Fredrickson won this fight. Very, very clear. I mean, almost tripled him in strikes. Just tremendous. Tremendous job from Blake Fredrickson. Can't praise that man enough. What a huge win. As he thanks everyone connected to Greg Jackson's Mixed Martial Arts for being prepared for the fight. His sponsors supporting him financially, talking about causing such an upset. Blake Fredrickson says he, after being labeled such a heavy underdog, hurt his pride and helped spur him on for this fight. And absolutely it did. I mean, that was a hell of a fight. Hell of a fight. And, yeah, I mean, some good stuff here. You know, we had a pretty good card. A hell of a main event in a big upset. And Toby Imada losing. Sucks we lost a couple of pops and in the UK and Russia and in Japan specifically, but like the .2 in like China and Korea's fine. We'll get it back though. There's a bit of a mismatch there as far as how we did. This is interesting. Performance bonus for sure for Blake Fredrickson. I would give a performance bonus for Donghyun Kim as well, and probably Tetsuya Kawajiri. Yep, that's my performance bonuses, and yeah, I mean, I think all around, I think it was a pretty good card. It was a lot of fun. We got a couple guys leaving us, and Koscheck and David Barham. That's okay. So, yeah, the rings, weight Grand Prix, how fun. I'm actually curious to see how this goes. As, yeah, we'll end it here, the episode. We'll just kind of, this will be for my personal viewing, because I like that. You know, we got Michael Johnson, Gray Maynard, Dennis Siver, and Donald Cerrone. We got Eddie Alvarez and Humberto Crane. That's a fun lightweight Grand Prix. as I will catch you guys next time. Take care, everyone.